How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another simple breakdown here on the Basketball Zone YouTube channel. I got my boy Vince once again to break these down. So let's get started without, wasting any time. Actually, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Joel Embiid, simple breakdown. A poor man's Hakeem. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, that's good. Footwork, jumper, Hakeem the Dream. I want to see more shake though.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not mad at that, especially because Hakeem's a champion. Joel Embiid has yet to prove that, so there's something there to.
But before you move on though, I got a quick question for you because I feel like nowadays, especially since I'm back doing my podcast. By the way, check out the King for Night.
Yes, check that out, guys.
Do you think that a lot of these newer fans, I don't even know about newer fans, but just like I feel like we're in this new era where fans are like coming in for these younger players like D Book and maybe even like Giannis and stuff like that, where they don't even remember the Dream.
They don't.
Like I feel like these
we're not even like old enough to like remember him, but
I do.
But we know of him. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't really watch him play though. Like we've seen highlights of him. So that's what I'm saying. Like we're 28, 29, right? But yet these younger fans are like, they have no clue how good this guy was, right?
25 and under, I feel like they don't even know what the Dream Shake came from.
No.
They just say like, "Oh man, look at that Dream Shake." And I'm like, do you even know who started the Dream Shake? Do you even know what that is, man?
Oh my god!
They don't remember seeing videos of Dwight Howard doing the camp with the Dream just to learn how to do a hook correctly. Like, the Dream is nice. So yes, I think Joel Embiid is all of that for sure. Poor man's Hakeem.
And they said a rich man's Bam Adebayo.
See, why do they keep throwing Bam's name around, bro? This is like, no.
Okay.
I don't think that's right. I think
hear this. He's a rich man's Hassan Whiteside.
Nope, he's a rich man's Boogie Cousins.
Ooh, okay, Vince. That's why you're on here, bro. I like that. Okay.
He's a rich man's Vucevic.
I like that too, as a matter of fact. Rich man's Boogie, rich man's Vucevic, rich man's Whiteside.
I'll tell you this right now, though, like 100%, Joel Embiid is everything DeMarcus Cousins wishes he still was.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
And this isn't a shot at Boogie. This is more because Boogie was a hell of a player. Like bro, make no mistake about it. But yes, I agree.
I remember the game when it's in Sacramento, and Joel Embiid hits a shot in front of Boogie, and so Boogie comes and smacks him on the ass, and then the next play, Boogie gives him one of those little stop, like his favorites, like stop, look over his shoulder, and then just roll the next way and do that little spin. Like Boogie in his prime was gross, disgusting, and nice.
Facts.
But Joel Embiid's now on a different level, so it wasn't a shot I'm taking when I say that Joel Embiid is everything that DeMarcus Cousins still wishes he was. It's more of just, it sucks that he's come to this point and all from an injury. You know what I mean?
So actually, like, scoring back more towards the middle, and this may be off tangent, and this is a shot at the younger generation, younger audience for sure. I don't know why people are again, prisoners of the moment. Preface it this way. DeAndre Ayton being better than DeMarcus Cousins, it's such a disrespect to me because DeMarcus Cousins was so much better at this age than DeAndre Ayton, but because Ayton had a 2020 game in the playoffs as a third option, I tell people this. Can you imagine if DMC was your third best player, how much better he would have looked from a career standpoint? DeAndre Ayton has nothing like comparison to like the skills that DMC has. Like, it's just so dumb to me to even like disrespect DMC. And I'm not a DMC lover. Like me and him don't click, but I will never ever in my life disrespect him and say he wasn't one of the best bigs to ever live in his 5-year run. Like, he's so good.
He's arguably the best center the Kings have ever had away from Vlade Divac.
100%. And he's better than Vlade, no doubt. Like, more talented than Vlade for sure.
I think the only reason why it's the attitude thing that people remember more than the skill, and that's the problem. But if you just go back and turn away the noise that came from the media, and obviously that came from him, you can't deny that, right? You know what I mean? But DeMarcus Cousins was a savage, and that's why I say, but now Joel Embiid is that savage, and I think sometimes Joel Embiid gets a little soft. And that's why I say he's just that's where he would need to improve. But he's the rich man Boogie and he's the rich man Vucevic. Okay. He's definitely Bam Adebayo is not there. Yeah. Stop throwing him in these comps, bro.
Yeah, agree. And again, this is coming from Ball in Numbers. We disagree with that. Last one, David Robinson with a troll complex.
I kind of like more Tim Duncan with the troll complex.
I like that too,
Because
actually.
Tim Duncan had more outside game. He was just as good of a he could take over a game too. And speaking of DeMarcus Cousins, you remember when DeMarcus Cousins tried to troll Tim Duncan,
I
and then
did.
Tim Duncan went off for 12 straight points, bro? Like,
that was funny.
yo, Tim Duncan, bro. He's Tim Duncan with the troll mindset.
The greatest power forward to ever live. Okay.
Yeah.
We agree on that one. Next one, Sixers edition. A simple breakdown of Ben Simmons. And this is the most obvious. There's no disagreeing here. Poor man's LeBron James, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
sure.
he's the Walmart version of LeBron James. People want this, and yes, I want to put him in the discussion because people continue to disrespect Ben Simmons. Like, oh, he couldn't dunk on Trae Young. He didn't want. Stop it. Prisoners of the moment. Ben Simmons is an all-NBA player. He instantly makes any team 10 wins better. That's how much of an impact he makes in the regular season. Now, playoff performances, as Vince and I both know, it's mental for the most part, and he has to get over that hump, mature a little bit as a player, as a human being. If he does the right things, takes the right steps, he'll be just fine. He's 24 years old, guys. Stop it.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what the next one is because I don't know. Could I be honest, guys? I don't know what's about to be. I knew the Joel Embiid one. I don't know Ben Simmons, and I don't know the next player.
Okay.
So I'm really antsy to see what this next one is.
This one had me cracking up because I can see it. And people will disrespect this man, but a rich man's Boris Diaw.
Yo, that's not bad.
That's not bad. I know.
That's not bad.
Facts.
Yeah, can I be honest? Boris Diaw
was a stud.
Savage.
It's a savage.
He was a savage. But let me ask you this then, because I didn't know where you were going to go with this middle one. That's why I wanted to wait to ask this question, because obviously the play style is the same between Draymond and Ben. So is Ben Simmons a rich man's version of Draymond, 100%. Or are both he and Simmons just poor man's versions of LeBron? Because I feel like there's levels to it, and I feel like Ben Simmons is closer to LeBron than Draymond is. And so I would think he's a rich man's version of Draymond, since they both don't shoot.
1,000%. And if the Warriors make that trade, I know this is an unpopular, I guess, take, but if they want Draymond in that deal, I'm giving them Draymond because it comes down to egos. As of right now, we haven't seen Ben Simmons want to be Draymond, but he is a better version than Draymond. He just has to want to do it. And I've had this conversation with coaches. They're like, yeah, absolutely. But again, it comes down to, is he willing to put the work in? Because Draymond is a savage on the court. He does all the dirty things. Is Ben Simmons willing to get his fingernails dirty, right? That's what it comes down to.
Okay, well, I kind of agree and I kind of disagree. So the first part is so I'm glad we do agree that he is better than Draymond. So
for sure.
So obviously I think that the middle answer should be a rich man's Draymond Green.
Okay.
That's what I think. It should be more than a Diaw, even though I love Boris Diaw.
I love Boris Diaw too.
It actually fits. Second thing though, the reason why they don't do that trade and the reason why I think they wouldn't do it and why they shouldn't add Draymond is Draymond Green is the heart and soul of that team. His mentality. It's the same reason why we're bragging
from the Warriors' perspective or from the Sixers' perspective?
No, from the Warriors' perspective. It's just it's sometimes it's more than business when you've won championships together, when you've built this team from the ground up. It's not like the Warriors went out and traded everybody. They built this team from the ground up into what everyone doubted for the longest time. People just forget, like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, everyone was on the media saying jump shots will never win you a championship. And they went out and did it. The only trade that they made that got anyone mad was when they got Kevin Durant. And guess what? They won championships, guys.
Fox.
It didn't matter. You know what I mean? So I don't think they do that deal. I think if they ask for Draymond, you say no, this is our family, this is our crew. Now, if we're just looking at basketball-wise, you're 100% right. That's why I say I agree and I disagree. But he's a rich man's Draymond Green, and that should be what's in that.
Now, this last one is going to have you cracking up because this is definitely a debate. Lonzo Ball on steroids and without the jump shot. So
yeah,
are they? Yeah, so they're saying Lonzo has a jump shot, right? And then Ben doesn't.
Well, Lonzo was hitting that, and Lonzo was hitting
he
that
was.
thing, so
he was. That's fair.
That's not wrong. That is not wrong. I mean, yeah, if Lonzo was 100 pounds heavier because he's skinnier than a pencil, like this is Lonzo.
Yep.
Right? That's Lonzo. This is Ben Simmons. Like, you know what I mean? Like the size difference is ridiculous.
Okay.
So if you give him some steroids and you let him play the same way, like
facts. All right.
Good.
All right. Last one, Tobias Harris. This one is hysterically funny. A poor man's Paul George.
No, not even close.
Okay, tell me.
I think he's more of like a.
Do you see Tobias as a role player or as a borderline all-star? Because to me, he's more of a role player.
I think he should have been an all-star this year.
But is that what he is? Like, when you watch him play, does he make an all-star impact? Is what I'm trying to ask. No, right? Because I don't see that, especially when you add his big-ass contract. Like, hell no.
I want to see what he does when Ben Simmons is gone and what they get with those pieces before I make my judgment on that. Because he's improved so much, and I loved him in Orlando days. But that team never got better. So if he was really like this all-star piece, they would have built around him rather than traded them away. That's just my personal mindset because he's still young, right? He just turned 30, so he's still relatively young. I don't know if I'm going to go with Paul George. I don't see that. I would say more of like he's a poor man's Jason Tatum, maybe like kind of more like that. Like I see him more as a power forward. You gotta find those type of guys. Like I would say he's a poor man's Jason Tatum, maybe like a poor man's.
He's a poor man's Chris Middleton.
Again, you keep looking at shooting guards, and I can't see him like that. Like,
but I don't really see these guys as shooting. I see him as, to me, they're all wings. Like that's how I see the NBA now. Like they're not really shooting guards; they're wings because they can play up or down.
Middleton it's just the way that Harris plays. You know, like Harris, you never see him take more than probably 5 dribbles when he has the ball in his hands. It's 5 dribbles pass. He can do post moves. He's good at finishing there, and he's a catch and shoot shooter. So I mean, that's why when you.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That one's hard. I don't like that. I like Tatum more.
This one is kind of strange to me. A rich man's Eric Gordon.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Is he like a shorter Tobias Harris? Because Eric Gordon has the same physique, super strong, catch and shoot, can create his own shot. So maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I don't even know. This one's hard because Tobias Harris is like a borderline all-star, but I really feel like he's more of like a rich man's Rudy Gay.
That's fair. That's fair. That's actually fair because Rudy Gay, as I've said, and we both said this, to me at the time when he was really good with the Kings, he was the most frustrating player in the NBA, is what I would always call him, because he was so talented, but never really put it all together, right?
I feel like Rudy Gay's like story and Tobias Harris's story to now are essentially the same, except one got better and continued to elevate the game, while the other one kind of stagnated. You know what I mean? Like when Rudy was in Memphis, he was a stud. Like mean, gross, but then he got hurt, missed the playoffs, and he left. The team got better. Remember? This is that bad cloud that they had like Sacramento. Isaiah Thomas, Rudy Gay, and Cousins. That was a trio. That team was supposed to be nice, and then things started happening. Yeah. Did they get better when he left too? So I mean, cloud overhead.
The Raptors, Raptors got better. Kings never got better. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this last one was funny.
Like rich man.
Yes, I agree. This last one's funny. J. Cole, but actually good at basketball.
That's mad. Don't be dissing my boy J. Cole like that, bro. I've been listening to J. Cole for a long time, since he was singing about being sad about girls breaking up with him. You know what I mean? J. Cole's real.
God.
Don't throw him out there. J. Cole got bars.
All right, man. Hey, that's going to do it with y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment of a simple breakdown of a star player. Thank you guys so much. Again, follow Vince on all social media platforms. We'll have links down in the description below. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get the algorithm going and to start pushing it out to a lot of people nationwide. We reached 8,000 subscribers on Basketball Zone. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep growing together, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.